Carolina Panthers quarterback Bryce Young expressed both surprise and disappointment after learning from head coach Dave Canales that he had been benched following the team's dismal start to the 2024 NFL season. The 2023 number 1 overall draft pick acknowledged his shortcomings on the field and took full responsibility for the Panthers' struggles, while remaining determined to improve his game. In a candid interview following Thursday's practice, Young admitted that the decision caught him off guard. "It was not something that I was necessarily expecting," Young said. "Obviously, it's not great news to hear, but I respect Coach Canales and the organization. They're making the decisions they feel are best for the team." Young's demotion follows an especially challenging stretch in his brief NFL career. Since being drafted with high expectations, he has posted a disappointing 2-16 record as a starter. Despite the buzz surrounding his selection as the number 1 pick, the Panthers have continued to struggle under his leadership. This season, they have opened with 2 lopsided losses, being outscored 73-13 overall, including a staggering 53-3 deficit in first halves alone. Through these games, the team has managed only 1 touchdown, and Young has not thrown a touchdown pass in his last 4 starts, a drought that extends back into the latter part of the 2023 season. The benching comes after the Panthers were thoroughly outplayed in their first 2 games of the season, including a crushing 37-3 loss to the Los Angeles Chargers in Week 2, where offensive struggles continued to plague the team. Young has faced mounting criticism for his inability to ignite the offense, despite being the focal point of the team's rebuild since his arrival. Young took the blame squarely on his own shoulders, owning up to his struggles in leading the team. "Last year and these first 2 games, for the most part, every snap has hit my hands, and I didn't do enough with it at the end of the day," he said. "I take accountability for that. There are a lot of plays and a long list of things I wish I was better at, and I'm going to continue to work and grow to improve." Young also emphasized that his mindset remains positive, and he sees this as an opportunity to reflect and refocus on his individual performance. "I'm always going to look in the mirror," he added. "If I went out there and played better, and we won games, we wouldn't be having this conversation." In a historic turn, Young became the first quarterback selected number 1 overall in the common draft era, since 1967, to be benched for performance reasons in just his 2nd season, a rarity for top draft picks. Despite the demotion, the 23-year-old quarterback insisted that his confidence hasn't wavered, although he acknowledged the uncertainty that now surrounds his future with the franchise. While some might see the benching as a sign of a fractured relationship with the Panthers, Canales sought to downplay any long-term ramifications, stating on Wednesday that the team still views Young as their franchise quarterback. He emphasized that the Panthers have no plans to trade him and that the benching is more about finding a temporary solution to their offensive woes rather than an indictment of Young's future with the organization. When asked if he still considers himself the franchise quarterback, Young deflected, saying, "Right now, I am a day-by-day type of person. Big picture stuff, that's out of my hands. That's in God's hands. Organizational stuff, that is with the people upstairs in the front office." Though the demotion is a tough pill to swallow, Young expressed his gratitude for the support of his teammates, who have stood by him through these challenges. He added that he will continue to prepare and approach the game with the same dedication and focus, despite the setback. "I'm a competitor, and it's not what you dream of or think is going to happen, but I trust in the Lord," Young said. "I know He is in control of everything, and I am super blessed. It's not ideal, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. I have to focus on what I can do now to get better." As Young steps back, 36-year-old veteran quarterback Andy Dalton has been named the starter for this Sunday's game against the Las Vegas Raiders. Dalton brings a wealth of experience to the table, with the hope that his steady hand can stabilize the Panthers' offense in the short term. For Young, this moment may serve as a crucial juncture in his young career. Though benched, his determination to improve remains clear, and the Panthers' long-term commitment to their young quarterback is still intact, as Canales stressed the importance of continued development. Whether this benching is a brief setback or a turning point in his career will depend on how Young responds to this adversity in the weeks ahead.